If you enjoy live bands, then you must experience Tortured Soul. Most commonly classified as live house music, this Brooklyn-based trio has influenced dance music around the world. They have performed with legendary acts such as Shaka Khan and the brand new Heavies, and their songs have probably been remixed and sampled more times than they can count. Introducing Tortured Soul.
When we speak.
Multinahi words from the last Death and life are in the power of the tongue.
When we speak. When we speak.
You know, I always admire like singers and musicians who tour because I realize how much sleep they don't actually get. So like, how much sleep did you get last night?
Like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, about 3.5.
And then, but just so my audience knows, you all came from DC and drove all the way to Atlanta.
Yeah.
On 3 hours of sleep?
Well, we drove for 2 hours.
Okay.
Like after we were done with the show last night, slept for like 3 hours, and then did the rest of the driving today.
I stayed sober.
Okay.
I'm the newest member of the band. That's my responsibility.
Okay.
It's like a haze.
Haze and phase.
Okay. Now look, call me crazy, but I really want to know, where does the name Tortured Soul come from, and what does that mean for you?
Crazy.
I'm not really, don't really call me crazy. No.
Tortured Soul. It was a couple different things. It started off. It was a lyric in our first single that was released, and I Might Do Something Wrong. When I was going back and forth talking about, the lyrics in the song were about a love that was far away, and we were growing apart, and it was just a lyric in the song, and it sort of started to embody kind of a theme in a lot of the material in the music. A lot of people say that they don't get it. It sounds like a heavy metal or like some sort of like thrash metal name.
Right.
But it's recently, even though we've been together for 10 years, it's been dawning on me like that. A lot of people would say that Marvin Gaye was a tortured soul, possibly, or just the music is a catharsis to feel better. Anyway, there you go. That's about as good as it's gonna get right now, I guess. We only had 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I know. I get it. I get it. No, but one thing I didn't do is get you all to introduce yourselves.
Okay.
And what role you play in the band.
My name's Christian, John Christian York, but my friends call me Christian. You can call me whatever you want. Just don't call me that thing that you I don't want to say, because I don't want to offend anyone. Just don't call me a bad name. Call me whatever you want. Christian, and I'm the singer and the drummer for the group.
Okay.
I'm Ethan, and I play keys. Nice and simple.
Yeah, no, I like keys.
Jordan Scanella, play the bass.
Okay. Now, I know that you two were the original for Tortured Soul, and Jordan came later. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's right.
How hard was it to become a part of this band?
Excellent question.
Because I know it was hard.
I think it's probably
still
isn't.
becoming. Still 2 years and 5 months later. No, I mean, actually, in all honesty, it's been really amazing transition. I mean, the first gig I played with these guys, to put in perspective, was in Kazakhstan, which most people only know through the Borat film, So, I mean, that was a pretty serious wake up call. But no, these guys, I mean, the music. Like, I heard the music initially. I admit I wasn't super familiar with the band before I auditioned, but I heard the music, immediately felt a connection to it, and then these guys have been awesome, very welcoming. It's not been an issue. I think the hardest thing probably has not come from these guys. It's been from certain fans who, were like, I remember in Istanbul in the first tour, I'm like, we're getting on stage, a lot of people there, it's good excitement, good energy in the room, and like I'm plugging in, I haven't even played a note, and people are like, where's Jason? J. Crib, yelling at me like I killed the dude or something. Jason's not coming back anymore. No, It's but no, people. But then honestly, after I've played like the show, people have come up and been like super, respectful, and they've appreciated what I bring. And
He's a badass. We
Okay.
wouldn't deal with a slacker. So people
Well,
are,
well,
we know
appreciate that.
the fans will forgive us because
Okay.
he plays well.
Noticed that, I don't know if you all are still this way, but I know that there has been a time when you all lived in different cities. And I'm curious of knowing, how do you get those rehearsals in, or those collaborations, or even prepare for different things when you live, in different cities?
The internet.
Yeah. This
Really?
wouldn't
I
be
mean, pretty
this
much.
wouldn't be possible like 15 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be possible. But now we're able. Granted, it's not as easy as jumping on the J train, 2 stops and stopping in and working on music. But we're able to do it. It's possible to do.
So are you saying that you're like Skyping back and forth, or?
Everything.
Yeah,
everything.
like talking, Skyping, like
Dropbox.
Yeah, Dropbox.
We have
Different
a
ideas,
thing
yeah.
where we can broadcast the outputs of our music setups and listen in on what the other person's doing and talk to each other.
so if I'm recording bass with Ethan in New York, Christian can be listening to what I'm recording in LA and being like, "Hey, that sucked. To do it again."
So there's a lot of so-called conferencing going on.
Yeah,
Pretty
in other
much,
words.
yeah. I mean, we all talk every single day.
Okay.
It's like, I mean, it's funny because for a while there, the end before he moved from New York City, we were all kind of just. I think maybe I was starting to get it too, but New York, after a certain amount of time, it can be a little tough, and like it's not like we would come back from tour and then go get together the next day. Like we were just back into the New York City thing, and we probably see each other almost as much as we did when we were in New York. Sometimes we'd still send music to each other over the internet.
Wow.
I mean, there's still sometimes like we have to get together. Like we just played a show in New York, and we both went to New York 2 days early to rehearse 4 hours on Tuesday and then 4 hours on Wednesday. So we have we have to have the physical connection too. But and we manage to do that whenever we have to. But a lot of it is just
Once they get the Skype rehearsal thing happening somehow, then that won't be good.
Are there ever times where, like, after a tour, a long tour, you've worked your tail off, that you're like, I'm so ready to not see you?
You know what? Not really. I mean, they can speak for themselves.
He loves you. He loves you. So don't say that.
It's a one-way-
Don't say
it's
that
a
you're
one-way
glad to-
relationship.
No, but we I don't know. I like these guys. It's we're never on tour for so long that I get sick of them. I don't know. Like I said, maybe this.
It's
it's
a I don't think we've done over 4 weeks. That's the longest tour we've done. But I mean, Christian and I have been touring together with Tortured Soul for 10 years, and then there were several years before that we were part of a rhythm section for another band. So I've spent more time with him than anybody, and more than my brother, for instance. So it's like it sort of becomes more like a family thing where you know when to push the button and how hard to push it, when to stop pushing it.
So you haven't pushed him over the edge yet, right?
No, only a few times.
It happens every once in a while.
It's healthy though.
Yeah.
It's in that part.
It's usually on purpose.
Okay.
I'm
Luckily,
just
I
gonna keep pushing it.
can run just a little bit faster than Ethan. So chasing me around.
The way you're looking on the floor to me, girl. Don't you know, baby, I only wanna see you more.
main thing you want them to remember when they leave?
If I was single, I was gonna say my phone number. But no, I want them to experience life on a visceral, person-to-person level. I want them to be able to feel the humanity, because like there's so much music that is made with computers and samples and loops and sort of handed off to a computer brain to kind of do the work during the show. I think that people appreciate, and I want them to appreciate, that we're working to do this thing out of a love for the music and for people in general. It's like if I don't connect with people, it's not worth it. We're not introspective like jazz players, like getting into like just the music. It's like we have to be connecting with them, and if they feel like they connected to us and got to experience something that's that they don't get to experience every day, and they can release and have a good time. I feel like I'm saying too much. So I cut myself off.
He's like, okay, I'm done. You got?
I mean, if they don't remember anything, we probably did our job. So.
Really? Why do you say that? Okay, gotcha. Jordan, what you want to remember about you?
Oh,
Your green socks.
Me.
That's what I'm like. You know what? Honestly, one of the things I'm definitely going to remember is his
the
green
green
socks.
socks. Folks at home, you're missing the real party, which is happening
Don't
down
have to
there.
miss it.
Down below.
All right, here it is, ladies. Yeah,
St.
you're
Patrick's
right.
Day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's my excuse. No, I feel like, yeah, I mean, it's been interesting with this band too, because I feel like a lot of the people that come and see this band maybe don't see a lot of live music. We had an interesting performance last summer in Ibiza, the beautiful little island off the coast of Spain, where I think the majority of the people that go to Ibiza are club heads who love just going to dance clubs. And I can remember this girl walking across and making like joking noise, like, oh, look, a drum set. like she'd never seen a live drums. But I think people take that away. They're like, oh, this is music that I can actually connect to, and there's real people playing it. And a lot of people that might go to Torture Soul Show don't know that, which is it's good. We're ambassadors, maybe, in a way, if I can be pretentious for a second.
Is I believe that music should speak something. Some people's music speaks bad, some speaks good. But I think all music has a way of speaking the consciousness of the world at that time. So what does your music speak?
I think the music speaks. It speaks to being alive. Like you are alive. We're alive here together. We're doing this thing together right now. Like here we are, you and me.
Hey everybody, this is Jermaine Sain. I just want to remind you that at the bottom of your screen you can hit the like button, or if there's a thumbs up, you can hit the thumbs up. So always remember that death and life are in the power of the tongue, and continue to support indie music.